PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code CAJUN, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. PWCC's June premiere auction ended last night, June 20th. The bidding was furious. Fast and furious. There was a frenzy. There were some monster cards. There were some huge surprises. There were some all-time records broken. We're going to get to it. 44 cards sold. We're going to look at every single card and every single sales price. 2 orders of business before we get started. I do want to thank everybody out there who watches my channel, who uses the Cajun, C-A-J-U-N, all capital letters, promo code when they sell their cards on the PWCC Premier auction, just like this one, and the weekly auctions. $178,000 worth of sales used the promo code in Q1 of this year. In Q2, we're already over 200,000. That's a lot of people. So at least somebody out there is listening to Big Mouth Cajun Brian, and I do want to tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I don't expect it, and you know, that is the one way that you can support this channel through without coming out of pocket in any way, shape, or form. So all of you who think enough of me and the channel and the content and what I'm trying to do in the hobby, who use the promo code Cajun, I truly appreciate it. If you want to know more about it and how you can support the channel using that same promo code, just check the description. Another order of business real quick with PWCC. I bag on the fixed price marketplace. I'm a big proponent of PWCC weekly and premier auctions. I always sort of urinate on the fixed price marketplace because it's a graveyard. It's full of cards that people listed in 2021 when prices were 2x what they are today, or people who don't really want to sell their cards, and it's a disincentive to other people who want to sell their cards there because buyers are not going to look at the fixed price marketplace. I look at every single weekly auction. I look at every single premier auction as a buyer, as an interested buyer. I almost never go to the fixed price marketplace, but guys, I think that is about to change. PWCC has implemented a policy where they are eliminating cards that have been listed, that basically stale cards. So they're removing stagnant, stale inventory. They're sending emails to people, and I'm going to do a video on it as well. They're taking cards down that have been there for too long, and they're saying, you know what, if you want to relist them for a realistic price. And what that's doing is it's driving more eyeballs to the PWCC fixed price marketplace. Third order of business. Y'all saw the email. I did the video. There's now a Sotheby's and Fanatics Collect kind of, partnership. PWCC is about to officially change the name. So PWCC will disappear. The name Fanatics Collect will step into its place. The one thing I want to, I don't know where that leaves me, first of all. We'll just say that, right? So hopefully I got you guys' support, and hopefully the people that are at PWCC who have been friends of mine who are going to, make this transition to Fanatics will support me and go to bat for me. I hope that's the case. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But the name is going to change. The weekly auctions are not going to change. The premier auctions are not going to change. These are going to continue. The interface is only going to improve. I got off the phone today with my connections, the people that I communicate with at PWCC. They assured me in the meantime, July 9th, I think, is when the name is going to officially change. Yes, before the Cleveland National. And I don't think it's going to change anything the way you do anything, right? I think they are going to kind of upgrade and improve the fixed price marketplace. One more thing that's happening is they are putting in a new software that is going to more accurately, more consistently, and more often update the appraised value and the insured value of your cards that are in your PWCC vault, so you have a more accurate idea of the value of those cards in your collection. And so that's a big deal as well. That's enough. Let's go on. Let's talk about the cards. This is what the people want. Let's give it to them. Lowest selling card, which I happened to notice was also one of the best performing cards percentage-wise. This is a card that probably didn't even belong in the premier auction. auction. This 2018 Kobe, and again, it's a badass color match. 2018 Contenders Historic Premium Gold Kobe serial number to 10, BGS 9. 10 for the auto does $5,640. You know we got to look up this pre-rookie card. This Jordan 85 Bulls Interlake BGS 9.5. It is a mixed gem with a 10 and a 9. We've got it pulled up, and there is the card. Beautiful, beautiful card. This is not the card that sold last night, but that's what an Interlake looks like. Remember, when I pull up these card ladder pages, I'm not showing you the exact card that sold last night. I'm just using the card ladder image so you guys can get a good image of the card, nice big on the screen here. This is actually the lowest sale, which is rare, man, because most Jordan cards are moving. This BGS 9.5 sold last night for $10,200. That is the lowest of the last 8 sales over the last 2 years. Now, again, it's not a terrible drop, but noticeable, 900 less than the last sale and significantly less than the sale before that. So interesting results there on that Jordan. Most Jordans run, not that one. BGS 9 Black Refractor LeBron does $17,400. Remember, those are serial number to 500. Check it out. That's what the card looks like. This is a pop 106. This card actually is doing well. Again, last night's sale, we dropped from $18,000 to $17,400 last night, but it is up 8.41%. Any LeBron card that's not red, I consider a success story right now. For whatever reason, his cards are getting punched right betwixt the Nuggets. 96 SPX Force Michael Jordan autograph, serial number to 100. 9 for the auto, probably dings the price on this card to the very low discounted price of, holy crap, $31,500. So a nice, used 5 Series BMW or this 1996 SPX Force on-card auto, serial number to 100. $31,500 last night for that one. The Doncic 2018 Crown Royale Kaboom. This is his rookie card, and it is a min gem, does $9,900. Why are these not in highest to lowest? Okay, I don't have these sorted highest to lowest for some reason. I thought I did. What is going on here? Yeah, I do. Why did that Jordan just pop out of order? That is really weird. Some of these are out of order. I don't know what's going on here. Hang on, let me scroll up here. Did I do some kind of Cajun mistake? Price, highest first. Okay, so something's wrong here. Some of these are not in price order for whatever reason, because that Jordan 31.5 doesn't belong down there. A BVG 10. This is a Dr. J. It's a Magic Johnson rookie card. Theoretically, it's not the scoring leaders with Bird and Doc on it, but this is a BVG 10, which makes it a pop 3, $12,900, and of course, it's got the great Jan Van Bredikoff, one of the best names in the business. A flawless patch auto Kobe 3-color patch, serial number to only 15, PSA 10, pop 3 does $13,200, and then a 2007 exquisite collection Noble nameplates LeBron, serial number to 25, BGS 9 does $13,200. So LeBron and Kobe doing battle right there, albeit in different grades from different grading companies. And then we got 2 very similar looking flawless patch autos. The patch window looks relatively similar, albeit they're on a different side here. The Tatum is serial number to 5. The Doncic is serial number to 5. The Tatum is graded BGS 9.5 with a 10 for the auto. The Doncic is not graded, but it's NBA certified, so you can look at the heat map and see what condition you suspect it might grade. 14.4 for the Tatum, 15.9 for the Doncic, and then we've got a monster here. This is the 1984 star, number 195. This is the Olympic gold medalist card. I think there's 3 84 Jordans. I'm going to get this wrong. It's the 195, the 101, and then I can never remember the other one because I'm not a star expert, a self-admitted non-star expert. But there are 3 normal size cards, I should say, from 1984. This is one of them. This is the Olympic. It graded at BGS 8.5 with really good subgrades, really good subgrades, $16,200. And we pulled this one up. There is what the card looks like. Beautiful looking card. Pop 30 for the 8.5. Sold last night for $16,200. That is up from $14,000. So we've seen star cards doing pretty well lately. I had 18 star BGS 8.5 sold in the last PWCC weekly auction last Sunday, whatever date that would have been, maybe the 16th. And they did fantastic. Some of them broke records. They did really well on the PWCC weekly. This card's down 7%, but again, it's just really tough to glean any information out of a chart that looks like this, where sometimes it sells for 29 and then another one sold for 10, like 3 3X for the same grade. I know subgrades matter, but damn, do they matter that much? Maybe BGS missed on some of those, or maybe I don't know. So tough to make any sense out of that one. That's probably about what most people expected that 8.5 to sell for last night. And then the true color match, the rich man's Doncic color match, we've got it pulled up, and man, it's a beauty. The PSA 10 is a pop 42 out of the 99. 42 out of 99 have graded PSA 10. I bet you, I'm going to click this, and I bet you when I click it, more than 100 have been graded. I did not cheat. I'm right. 111 have been graded. But how is that possible, Cajun? There's only 100 of them. There's only 99 of them in existence. Well, it comes from the era of crack and resubs. When a PSA 10 is worth 35 million X what a PSA 9 is worth, it sometimes makes sense to crack it and run it back up the flagpole. And that's what bogged down PSA for so many years post-COVID. Anyway, there's 42 PSA 10s. That's a 72% gem rate. Yikes. And this one went right on the number, 16.2, prior sale 15.6, prior sale 17, prior sale 16.2. So right at what we expected. Again, sad days for Doncic cards, despite the fact that he's a phenom, down 55% over the last 2 years. And well, albeit a declining market. Real cool card here. If you look real close, you can see that autograph on there. This is an 86 Fleer. No, Hakeem Olajuwon's name was not misspelled. This was before he converted and changed his name from Akeem to Hakeem with the H. So all he did was add an H. You know, some people go from Chris Jackson to Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. Some people go from Ron Artest to Meta World Peace. Well, Hakeem Olajuwon kept things simple and just added an H to his name. So I'm thinking about changing the name of my channel to Cajun Cardboard. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, this is a PSA 10 with a 10 autograph. I cannot imagine there are more than a handful of these in existence in the world. What an incredible card. On-card auto, 86 Fleer, true Hakeem, only Hakeem rookie card, 10-10. 16,200 for that one. Like, I can't tell you how many times over I would rather have this Hakeem than this Jason Tatum National Treasures RPA. That's just me. The odds of Jason Tatum even sniffing being in a conversation with Hakeem Olajuwon by the time he's done in 2035 or whenever he finishes, it's zero. The odds of him being Hakeem Olajuwon are zero. I mean, he's the sidekick to Jaylen Brown, who just won Finals MVP. Again, I'm not going to bag on Tatum too much, but it's 1 year after another where he sort of, I don't know. I feel like he's a very, very good player masquerading as a super megastar. And he's just not that dude, including his post-game celebrations where he went into his KG wannabe mode. This is his true RPA, and it's a great card, and he is a very good player, and he is on the uptick, and he's right in the prime of his career. 16,500 for this BGS 9.5. That's what it looks like right there. Pop 57. Holy crap. How many times has this thing been graded? So a 99, serial number to 99 card has been graded, my God, 163 times. So cracking and resubbing is alive and well. Again, getting murdered over the last 2 years. Card was $30,000 on New Year's Eve 2023. So that's just 6 months ago. Sorry, this is 1 year. So just 6 months ago, this card was 30 grand. The guy wins a title, makes All-NBA, and now his card's worth a little more than half. Ouch, that is not good. Maybe people share my opinion about Jason Tatum. Spectra Jason Tatum, 1 of 1. On card, autograph with the logo man in here, 16,500 for that Nebula. And then a Jordan tier 2 card right here. So this is going to be a Michael Jordan 1998 Fleer Classic 61. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Jordan market, go check out the Cajun Cardboard Hierarchy Project. Learn a little bit more about the 1990s Jordan parallel and insert world. This is a tier 2 card, a card that pushed, knocking on the door to be a tier 1 card. This BGS 8.5, serial number to 61, sold for 16,800 last night. And guess what? Not all Jordans are rising. That is significantly less than March of 2022, where it sold for $41,000. So very rare card, very important card. This is the base version. The pink one is the base version, card number 23. There's also a green one right here. You can look at that one as well. That's what the green looks like. So that would be considered more of a subset card, the perfect 10 subset. And the pink one will be considered the base card, number 23. Again, I'm not an expert per se on this card, but it's a huge card. And 16,800, that card sold for last night in 8.5. Kobe Jordan on card, dual autograph, 17 out of 25. This is 2002 Upper Deck Generations. Technically, this is a Jordan playing day card, so it's a Wizards autograph and then a Kobe Lakers autograph. Shaq and Kobe on card, 2015 Immaculate Collection, dual autographs. No grade for the card, but a 10 for the autographs, which are these autographs in the bright, vibrant blue ink on acetate backgrounds for Immaculate always just pop to me. And I'm not an autograph guy, but these look awesome. That is a really cool card. 18,300 for that one. And now let's jump up a tier. So from tier 2 in the vintage Classic 61, let's jump up to tier 1. A 1996 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection Row 2 in high grade. There are 7 Legacy collections in the world. This one I still need. No, I did not win it last night. I am in hibernation mode right now, trying to gear up and create a little treasure chest with some funds to go have some fun in Cleveland at something called The National. You may have heard of it, next month, late July. This PSA 9 Legacy Collection Row 2 goes for $19,800. It is a Pop 1. It's serial numbered to 150. And again, I must reiterate, it's a Tier 1 Jordan card. There you go right there. That electric blue font is badass. This card's only sold 5 times. It said it's a Pop 1, but I'm seeing a Pop 9 right here. I wonder why they've got Pop 1 listed on here. I don't know. I think that might be a mistake there from PWCC, because I am seeing Pop 9. The PSA 10 would be a Pop 1, so that's a typo. That's an error on PWCC/Fanatics part. The PSA 9 sold last night for $19,800. The PSA 10, they've got on here a value of $31. I feel like it might be worth more than that. There's a 2% gem rate for both Beckett and PSA. So just an amazing, amazing card right now. Look at the chart all time for the PSA 9. The last time it sold, wouldn't it be nice to have a time machine? 1,700 in the year 2018. Here we are 6 years later, 19,800. Yikes. LeBron James, 2007, limited logos. These are serial numbered to 50. It's a patch autograph. It's a BGS 9, $20,000 for that LeBron. And then we're going to look up this Kobe. This is his 1996 Finest Refractor rookie card. There is no coating the way God intended it. It's a BGS 10, which I've got pulled up on your screen. What a card, what a pose, what an image. Kobe wearing the Adidas right before he became a Nike athlete. This is a Pop 5 in BGS 10. And believe it or not, it's getting beat up. Man, the card was $29,000 2 years ago in April of 2023. That's not even 2 years. That's like a year. And then May 25th, it jumped to $32,000. And since then, it's come down on 2 consecutive sales to $23,700 and then to $21,600. Next, we got a Tyrese Halliburton, 1 of 1. PSA 9. This is his black shimmer from Prism. So I guess you got your true black, your flat black 1 of 1s. You got your Nebula 1 of 1s, and then you got your black shimmer. I guess this would be either your second or third best 1 of 1, depending on your perspective. Probably your third. I think the consensus would be this is the third best Prism 1 of 1. $22,200 for that Tyrese Halliburton. And then we've got an Ultra Stars Gold Jordan BGS 9. Again, here we are, 1 in 28,800 packs. You want to pull this card? You got to open 28,800 packs to pull one. This BGS 9 sold for $22,200. It's a Tier 1 Jordan Hierarchy card. There it is, gold embossed, gorgeous card. Pop 27. It does right on the number. So last sale was 21.6. This sale is 22.2. So a little uptick from the last one. Only sold 3 times in the last 2 years. Again, this is a card that actually grades pretty well. If you look at the BGS gem rate, 35%. So a little more than 1 out of 3 grade BGS 9.5 or better. The BGS 9.5 is worth about 40. The BGS 9 is worth a little bit more than half of that. So plan accordingly. 2003 Topps Now Victor Wembanyama Draft Autograph Inscription Red, serial number to 10. Boy, is that a mouthful. That's what she said. Serial number to 10, PSA 10, Pop 1, $22,200 for this Wembanyama Topps Now suit card. That seems like a lot. We got a whole row of Wembanyama. We even got something called a Cherry Blossom Choice. Who is making decisions over at Panini about the color parallels for these cards? We've seen goat skin, we've seen raccoons, we've seen taco fractors, we're seeing tiger stripes, zebra stripes, camel humps. Now we got cherry blossom choice. The Cherry Blossom Choice and the Mojo both sold for around $22,000 to $24,000. Both of those are serial number 25 and 20 respectively. You're going to see a lot more Wemby before we're done with this auction. Here's a one-of-one star swatch with the Disney patch in there from the Orlando Magic uniform. And this Paolo Banchero, it's a big-time Paolo Banchero rookie here because it's flawless as well. $25,200. Boy, you better be a believer in Paolo Banchero. You better be a big believer if you're dropping $250,000 on him. Dual logo, man. No auto, but logo patch. Dual Nikola Jokic, and then my man Giannis. Remember him? By the way, does anybody even remember that Giannis Antetokounmpo exists? The Bucks. My poor Bucks. I don't have a great outlook. The future does not look bright for my Bucks. It looks like their window opened and closed like overnight. They look old. They're injury prone. Lillard is on the downside. Giannis is starting to see some type of injury problems consistently, and the supporting cast is awful. And they kind of hung their hat on Chris Middleton being the guy, and I'm not sure he's good enough to be the third best player on a championship team. 27-6 for that card, though. That's a huge ass card right there. A lot of MVPs in this. I think that's 5 MVPs right there, if I'm not mistaken. And then check this out. You want to talk about a great card from the 90s. I need to find out who bought this card. Scottie Pippen, 1998 Ultra, Masterpiece 1-of-1. So you're talking about probably one of Pippen's maybe top 2 cards of all time. But here's what's funny. So this one's selling in 2024. Wait till I show you the highest selling. I'll just give you a hint. This is the 3rd highest selling Scottie Pippen card in history. And I'm excluding cards where he's on it with Jordan, right? Because that's not fair. So just Scottie Pippen cards, 3rd highest selling card in history. Check this out, guys. Well, there's a Wemby. By the way, the Wemby Mojo is down. Went from 30 to 28.8 to 23 to 21. And now it's 28. 22.8, sorry. So down about 8,000 from the 30,000 that it started at. So that is a trend that should surprise no one. We knew this was coming. Here is the Masterpiece Scottie Pippen that sold last night. That is the 1-of-1. What a card right there. Here it is, 3rd highest selling card of all time. It just can't compete with the year 2021 because in 2021, are you sitting down for this? This PMG Green 7.5 sold for $156,000. That, my friends, is not going to age well. And I know PMG Greens, look, I'll be the first one to admit, tier 1 everything, right? PMG Green over everything. That is a lot of money. Card Ladder, for some reason, values this card at $362,000. I find that extremely hard to believe, but that's what they value it at. I will take, what would that be, 20 Masterpiece 1-of-1s if they existed in exchange for the 1 PMG Green, and you can have the PMG Green. So I think that was a pretty good price on that Ultra Masterpiece 1-of-1 last night. Again, I'm not the biggest Scottie Pippen fan, especially because he's got a big mouth, but you know the deal. My great friend Josh Dawson, and what do you know? He had 2 black NBA sticker cards that he put in the PWCC June premiere auction at Northeast Sports Cards, and he did great on both of them. The Noise Boys, you just got to trust me, it tied the all-time record. This is the highest price ever paid for a Michael Jordan Noise Boys in history, which is great to see. We knew it would do well. And then a dual autograph, LeBron and Jordan, 2005 Upper Deck Trilogy, 1-2 combo, clear-cut auto, PSA 10 does $32,400. So nice for Josh Dawson to cash out right there, about $65,000, $66,000 exactly on the nose gross. So congrats, Josh. Now you got some money to come into the National and buy some Jordan cards with me. Just don't buy the cards that I'm looking at. 1999 Upper Deck Ionics autograph Jordan hand serial number, beautiful hand serial numbering down here. 9 out of 23 does 34.2. We've got a green choice Wemby. I told you we weren't done with him. Wemby green choice serial number to only 8, 35,400. I think that's about 150,000 worth of Wemby if I'm counting at home. A Magic logo patch auto, serial numbered 1 out of 1, 43,200 for that one. And then here's the interesting thing. So let's go compare. We saw the BGS 9.5 Tatum. It's getting murdered. It's getting crushed. He won the finals. He didn't win MVP. The Celtics got their title. They're over the hump. They look great heading into next year. If you ask me to put money on who I think is going to win the title next year, I would still put it on the Celtics. I just think their first 6. And really, Peyton Pritchard's a little monster too, man. I think their first 7 players are as good as anybody in the NBA from a talent standpoint, from a flexibility standpoint. one of what I think are one of the greatest defensive teams of all time. Again, they're playing in an era where it's impossible to defend because you're always defending 5 real basketball players. There's no stiffs running around, so it's just harder to defend. So comparing their numbers is going to be difficult. But if you just said, hey, we're going to go play a pickup game, the Celtics could roll 5 dudes out there that would be a nightmare to play basketball against because they can switch everything, defend the post, defend the perimeter, defend the mid-range, and get out and run. The Celtics are a problem. Anyway, getting back to it, and that sucks. I hate it because I'm a Bucks fan. But this Tatum 10-10, let's compare it back here to the Tatum 9.5. So the 9.5 sold for $16,500. The 10 sold for $43,200. So about 2.5x. But look, the 10 is getting hit harder than the 9.5 got hit. Over the last year, the 10 is down 66%. We're talking about real money here. And I don't know if let's make sure we're comparing a 10-10 to let's see the sale before. Was it a 10-10? Yeah, so it was a 10-10 also. So going back to it, you're talking about a card, my God, it was $193,000. So you're talking about a card that has gone from $193,000 to $126,000 to $43,000. So that is down $150,000 exactly. That is a scary proposition indeed. And again, not the greatest patch ever. So that's a big part of it as well. How about this? 2 more Wembanyama Prism number 136 color parallels. There's only 10,000 different color parallels. Then another green. So we saw the green shimmer or the green choice something. Now we're looking at the neon green fast break Jolly Rancher, 46,800. And then the gold shimmer does 49,200. I gotta believe the gold shimmer would be the choice. I know it's serial number to 5 and serial number to 10, but like, give me the gold. It just looks so much better and it means so much more. And I know it's not the true flat gold because that would be, 4.9 million. 2 more Wembanyamamas, another $100,000 out the window. So Dirk Nowitzki and Jokic, a lot of people compare these two players. They're very, very, very different. I mean, Jokic is significantly better as a distributor and sort of a court vision, fulcrum guy. Nowitzki was just a get in the post and go get me millions of buckets and, wear little kids like backpacks because nobody could defend him in the mid post. $50,400 for this dual patch, logo patch, auto, on-card auto from 2022 Panini Immaculate. That is an amazing card. We saw the Jokic and Giannis dual logo man patch, but no autograph, sell for much less. This one's got the autograph from Dirk and Jokic, and it sells for $100,000. Yikes. All right, we're getting to the big dogs. I think we got 6 cards left, so we're down to the top 6. 1985, this is Jordan's true second-year star, number 117 base card, and it's a BGS 10, $51,000. That is a humongous sale for this card. Where are we? Good Lord. Where am I? Okay, here we go. So this is a Pop 3, believe it or not. So this card has been graded about 743 times total. There's 1 PSA 10 and there's 3 BGS 10s. A BGS has actually a pretty damn good gem rate, which really surprised me on that second year card. So I just recently sold my 8.5 for a couple grand. If only I had an extra point on there, I could have made an extra 50 grand, it looks like. So, an extra point and a half, I should say. So the 9.5 is a $6,000 card. If you don't think there's grade snobs out there, you're crazy. So a $6,000 for a 9.5, a BGS 10 goes for $50,000. Is that the highest price ever paid? Oh, I'm sorry, I've got the 9.5 pulled up because the BGS 10 is too rare. The 9.5 not only is $6,731 what it sold for last time, that's like the top 10 highest price ever paid for the card. So this BGS 10 just went bananas last night. 50 grand. I don't know if anybody could have predicted that. Maybe 25 grand, maybe 30 grand. I don't know. That's 5x the 9.5. We got a Steph Curry Opulence NBA Finals. Is Opulence still around? Somebody let me know in the comments. I don't think it is. Booklet, logo man, Steph Curry, patch 1 of 1, BGS 8, game worn, game used, whatever all that means. $63,000 for that. Interesting piece if you're a Steph Curry collector. If I'm not mistaken, this is the only Steph Curry piece in this entire PWCC Premier auction. I remember we used to have auctions where Steph Curry was in there as much as Jordan, as much as LeBron, as much as Doncic, as much as Wemby is now. But now we're seeing 10 Wembys and 1 Steph Curry. So maybe the timing's just not great right now for Steph, or maybe people are starting to buy Steph. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about Steph. And this is a big sale, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a really, really big sale. This is a BGS 9.5 Gem plus plus. What that means is there's 2 9.5s and 2 10s. And guess what? One of the 10s is centering. So somebody with stars in their eyes, somebody, don't you just wish, don't you, what was the Key and Peele deal? What do they say on that Key and Peele deal? Don't you just wish if stars among stars? And anyway, somebody's buying this 9.5. They're hoping to cross it to a PSA 10, or maybe they just wanted the greatest BGS 9.5 they could put their hands on. There are very few of these Gem plus plus 9.5s. Look what the card did, $75,000. Let's go find it. There's an example. This 1010 is special. That is the, I'm going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th highest selling BGS 9.5 in the last 2 years out of 82 sales. So extremely special copy of a 9.5. There's 542. I bet you there are far, far, far fewer Gem plus plus. I bet it is a very small number of Gem plus plus. If I wanted to do the research, I could do it. Or you can go do it on your own. But that is a humongous sale considering the last BGS 9.5 sold for 31. So that's how much those 2 extra subgrades mean. Pretty much a 2.5x difference. Here we go. Top 3. We got Wilt, we got Jordan, we got Jordan. That's the way it should be, right? Statistically, the most dominant, greatest basketball player that ever lived. Not even close. BVG 9. Wilt Chamberlain does 108,000. This is a pop 1. Again, I don't know how you feel about BVG. I am not a vintage collector, so I will not speak on it. I just know if I was going to buy vintage, I would only buy PSA. The next in line would be SGC, and then last in line would be BVG or Raw. So this BVG 9 is a pop 1. It's a $108,000 sale. I've got him somewhere. There he is. That's what the card looks like. You guys should know it by now. It's one of the greatest vintage cards in the world. Look at this. This is the PSA 9. So the PSA 9 is worth $198,000, and it's consistent. 198 in 2024, 198 in 2023, 198 in January of 2023, 252 in 2022. So $250,000 this card sold for in PSA 9. That's the difference between PSA 9 and BVG. Instead of 198, it's 108. So almost half the value. Now, the question is, what happens if you take this card, hand it to Nat Turner at the National in Cleveland and say, I'd like to cross this over? Does it come back to PSA 9? Does it come back to PSA 8? Or does disaster strike and it comes back to PSA 7? I don't know if I'm willing to take that risk. Let's see what a PSA 8's worth. PSA 8's worth $38,900. So you better hope for damn sure that it comes back a 9 instead of an 8. I think I would probably ask before I submitted that to crossover and rolled the dice. Next in line, we got a 2003 first year exquisite number pieces. This is a humongous card, guys. If you're a Jordan exquisite collector, this is way up there, right? Serial number to 23. I wonder how they came up with that number. Oh, wait, it's a numbers pieces. There you go. BGS 8.5, $126,000. That's what the card looks like. That's a BGS 9. They don't have it in card ladder for an 8.5. I can look at sales history. The last BGS 9 sold for $121, and I think that's a great result then. If a 910 sold for $121 and an 8.510 sells for $126, whoever sold that card has got to be doing backflips right now. That is just a rare card and a difficult card to find. Let's look in here, see if we can find an 8.5 sale. Boom, watch this. Look how fast I move as a Cajun. BGS 8.5. 2 results. So sold by price, date sold. Here's last night's sale. Here's the actual card that sold last night. That is the card that sold last night. What an incredible, incredible card. $126,000. Same card in 2021, Bubble City, Bubble Alert, 2016. So $90,000 more. Like I said, not all Jordans are up. Not all Jordans are up. 2021 was really something, guys, if you remember. And then the winner of the night, and only by a slim margin of $6,000. This one jumped to, I think, 132 real early in the game, and we thought, well, is this thing going to 200? Is this thing going to do 180? What's this thing going to do? And then it never got another bid. So 100. That being said, it was still a wild success. Watch this chart. This is the BGS 9 1984 star. And the question abounds, you know, it's always the question that's presented is somebody intend to cross this, or are they just looking for a nice BGS 9 copy? 132,000, iconic card, tier 1 card, you know, one of Jordan's 2 most recognizable rookie cards for sure. The 5th highest, tied for the 5th highest sale in history for a BGS 9 Jordan star card. There are only 74 in the world. A BGS 9 Star 101 has only sold 58 times in history, and this is top 5 sales of all time. So I think that's a great indication for star collectors, anybody looking to sell star cards. If you're looking to buy into star cards, that's not a great, right? And that's me, hand raised. I gotta walk into the National and try to figure out a way to buy an 8.5. Now here's the good news. The BGS 9 is selling for 132. The BGS 8.5 is selling for only 43. So a half a grade means that much on that particular card. And the same can be said for 86 Fleers. Just the way it is when you're trying to reduce the population of a not rare card like the Star or the 86 Fleer. And again, the Star is more rare, but it's not rare at all. There's plenty of stars out there. I could buy 10 tomorrow. When you're trying to reduce the population, your grade's got to go up and your price goes up with it. It's just one of those deals. So even a half a grade makes about $100,000 difference. That's nuts. That's crazy. So let's recap our top 10. Jordan, Wilt, Jordan, Steph, Jordan, Dirk and Jokic, Wemby, and Jason Tatum sneaking into our top 10 with that, honestly, expected disastrous sale of 43,000 after hitting, what did we say that card hit before? Yeah, the last sale was 126,000. Again, you're comparing apples and oranges, but December 23 wasn't that long ago. That was 6 months ago. It ain't like we're comparing 2021. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you guys as always for watching. Again, if you're interested in buying or selling on PWCC, you can do both of those things and support the channel. The vault is free for life for any cards you submit over $50. Again, there's going to be a name change coming up very soon, so don't get confused. PWCC is not disappearing. There was an email that came out where Fanatics Collect is now, everybody knows Fanatics bought PWCC. That happened a while back. We knew the name was going to change and the branding was going to change. I don't think much is going to change with the tech or the interface or the data. That's why Fanatics bought PWCC, because they were so far advanced with their tech and their software and their interface and how user-friendly these auctions and the vault are. I love it. I'm a huge proponent of it. Again, I am an affiliate partner with PWCC/Fanatics. Pretty soon, starting July 9th, I'm not going to use the word PWCC anymore, and I'm going to slip. So you guys got to remind me. I got to get better at this. Fanatics Collect is what it's going to be called, but I don't think too much is going to change on their end. That's it for the June Premier Weekly Auction. I want to know which cards surprised you good and which cards surprised you bad. I want to know if you bought any of these 44 cards. I want to know if you sold any of these 44 cards. I also want to know if I made any mistakes, because I'm always trying to get better at this. I talk really fast, and it's a lot of data that I'm trying to get into, about a 36-minute video, so it's real tough. Thank you guys for watching as always. I hope you guys have a great weekend. You're probably watching this on a Friday or a Saturday morning. Hope you have a great weekend with your friends and families and in and out of the hobby. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.